And good evening and welcome to a special edition of Out Front. I'm Erin Burnett, tonight live from Milwaukee with an exclusive interview with the President of the United States. Reporting in the Loop tonight.
Outside of Chicago Police Headquarters.
WGN News.
I'm witnessing a time in history where history is being erased, but yet history is being revealed at the same time. And so when I think about Mammoth, I think about at one point they existed and then buried and then rediscovered. You know, what is erased becomes revealed. What is removed shows up again.
These creatures are just one piece of Nick Cave's Mammoth, a monumental new exhibition, and the Smithsonian American Art Museum's largest ever commission by a single artist. This vibrant, immersive world uses thousands of objects, costume, and video to both recall his own lineage and explore American history. Mammoth has been in the works since 2017, and it never stopped evolving, even up to the last minute.
How am I feeling right now? A bit, you know, it's a little overwhelming, but things are coming together. There's a lot of moving parts. There is going to be 12 that will move through the Smithsonian. On 3. How's it looking?
Cave has become a leading voice in contemporary art, critiquing political, racial, and social structures through assemblage sculptures that burst with color and life. For some 30 years, he has crafted over 500 so-called sound suits, sculptures, often wearable, that are made from found materials, meant to symbolize armor for marginalized groups.
I'm always sort of interested in pushing materials out of their familiar roles. So this is a phone that I found in my mother's garage. These are some of the garments that the nomads wear. I don't know necessarily like how everything will be used, but you know, I'm just like, this is like fabulous.
How long does it take to assemble each one?
They're learning, man.
You're learning that now.
In Chicago, the artist staged a procession of mammoths along Lake Michigan.
Action 2, let's go.
To film their movements for the exhibition.
We will then take that footage and then we will map the entire room so it'll appear that they're roaming in the gallery. Well, it's interesting because when I was building these, I thought I was going to cover the entire structure, but I loved what I saw. The fact that humanity was revealed. I'm so excited about the show. I go there next Tuesday and start the installation. This just opens up the doors to so many other sort of ideas. That's really what art is about, and that's what it does for me.
It's time for Business Leaders, our series listening to small business owners from coast to coast about President Trump's tariffs. Some are happy with them, many are not. Let's go to Chocolate Chisel. It's an artisan chocolate and ice cream shop located in Port Washington, Wisconsin. It's committed to serving up handmade local treats. Owner Elizabeth McCrimmon joins us now. Elizabeth, thanks so much for joining us. So your business relies on a key good that the U.S. does not manufacture, chocolate. So how have your sales been impacted since the tariffs went into effect?
First of all, Jake, we've been affected by tariff anxiety from our customers.
So you mean like because customers are worried about how much spending money they have because of all the economic uncertainty, they are less likely to just buy chocolate. We've heard this from an ice cream store owner in Appleton, Wisconsin, I think yesterday. Is that what you mean?
Right, exactly. And then on top of it, our chocolate company just announced a 35% increase on our chocolate alone.
Wow.
After chocolate has already doubled and tripled in price. But the problem is the tariffs that have been applied to the countries that are producing in the cocoa belt, which is 10% above and below the equator in the tropics where cocoa grows, the tariffs have been 45% on Madagascar, 45% on Vietnam, 21% on Cote d'Ivoire, 10% on all the other countries that produce chocolate.
The FAA moved to standardize de-icing and anti-icing procedures across the industry. Today, that responsibility falls to a specialized crew of de-icers. They brave the cold to make winter travel possible. At Chicago O'Hare alone, teams can de-ice more than 300 planes a day, most of them right at the gate.
It's a delicate balance and controlled chaos.
Planes can accumulate thick layers of ice overnight, which can reduce lift on takeoff and increase drag. This can also harm the plane's engines.
I just noticed here, they'll have to get this de-iced. Oh, well, see that? They will take that off. That's just some rime ice. I just noticed that.
It should take only a second to get in there.
This orange liquid is a glycol mixture called Type 1 de-icing fluid. It's a hot liquid that melts snow and ice off the plane.
When it's snowing, the whole airplane gets Type 1 to get the snow off, and then Type 4 to keep the snow off.
Type 4 is a green solution to prevent additional snow from accumulating. Once it's applied, the clock starts ticking before the plane must take off.
If it's really cold, the ice might be really stubborn. It might take a long time to get the ice off. So it all depends on the conditions.
I think I've de-iced one airplane upwards of 6 or 7 times. The same airplane, the same flight, just because of the way the conditions were.
If you're delayed this winter, know that crews are working hard to get you safely to your destination.
If we don't properly treat the aircraft during winter operations, bad things can happen.
Max Eichberg's roots in winemaking lie in Oregon.
What do you hear from people, that you knew in Oregon when you were training? Do they laugh?
Yeah, they laugh.
They do?
Yeah, oh yeah.
These rows of vines aren't growing on the West Coast. This is Michigan. Eichberg and his wife, Sydney Finan, own and operate Stranger Wine Company, a 15-acre vineyard near the southern tip of Lake Michigan. They say high land costs coupled with an unpredictable climate pushed them to trade the West Coast for the Midwest.
Climate change had a major impact when we were looking out here, being like, wait a second, we could be here for much longer and our investment will pay off a lot quicker.
Whitney Wild, CNN, Berrien County, Michigan.
Don't cry, okay? It's okay, don't cry. Don't cry.
I froze, I didn't know what to do. My legs started shaking. I went numb. And then my little siblings were like, Yuri, what's happening? What's happening? A lot of things were running through my mind. What am I supposed to do?
19-year-old Juditzi Enciso is describing the moment she took this video seen around the world in September when her parents and 22-year-old brother Moises Jr. were detained by ICE agents as the family was heading back to celebrate her 10-year-old brother's birthday outside Chicago.
Your brother, is he a citizen?
Moises Jr. was later released.
It didn't feel real. They've never gotten in trouble with the police before, so seeing them handcuffed broke my heart because my mom is a gentle woman. Seeing her unable to move and the marks that the handcuffs are doing on her wrists, to me that just didn't seem fair.
What were you thinking and what was it like for you to see that?
I felt alone. I didn't know anybody to call. My biggest support system has always been my mom and dad and my brother.
Yuritzia and Moises' parents, Constantina Ramirez and Moises Enciso Sr., are undocumented Mexican immigrants according to DHS. Their family lawyer says they have no criminal records. Moises Jr. is awaiting approval for Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival Status, or DACA. Department of Homeland Security says they were pulled over after making an illegal U-turn.
They've been here for over 18 years. They've basically built their entire lives here. They've sacrificed everything that they had to come here and to, have a place for us to grow and grow a family.
How are they doing?
They've been doing a little better, I think. And we keep telling them, we're gonna fight for you guys. We're not gonna let you stay there. We're gonna do everything we can to prove that you guys belong here.
Their parents remain in custody in separate detention centers.
What would it mean for your family if they were to get deported?
We don't know.
According to a statement from the Department of Homeland Security, quote, they will remain in ICE custody pending removal proceedings. If they have a valid claim, it will be heard by a judge. If not, they will be subject to removal.
10,000 planes and more than 500,000 people in Wisconsin this week for the world's biggest air show. CNN aviation correspondent and enthusiast Pete Montine got rare access to one of the most recognizable aircrafts.
Thank you. How's it going? Good, and you? Good. I'm about to do something pretty cool and very rare. I think I'm one of the only reporters to ever take a flying lesson in the Goodyear blimp.
You nervous?
A little bit, yeah. This is totally different than what I'm used to, so don't judge me too hard. I'm at the world's biggest air show in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. There are 10,000 planes here, 750,000 people, the busiest swath of airspace in the world right now. You can see down there, that's the North 40, that's where I'm camping with my plane, and maybe the biggest and most unique flying machine here is the blimp.
All right, so when you're ready, I'm gonna give you the controls.
Okay, I'm ready.
So you have the controls.
I'm going all over the place. Yeah, this is a hoot. Feels like I'm driving a bus. You put in the controls, and then you kind of wait, and wait, and wait. And then it does something, and then it does a lot. This is the 100th anniversary of the Goodyear blimp, which is maybe the most successful aerial advertising campaign of all time.
Would you like to see some of the maneuvers the ship can do?
Heck yeah.
So you can make the blimp wave.
Yeah.
And just rock back and forth like a boat, right?
So I just...
My view is that, yeah, the government ought to stay out of the free speech marketplace unless there are clear violations that violate laws that are in place to protect the American people.
So the FCC chair and the president they made a mistake here. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know if they made a mistake. They were making statements, but as somebody who serves on the Senate Commerce Committee and referenced Senator Cruz, who referenced, he's the chairman of the committee. He's made some observations about this. This isn't an area that I think the FCC ought to be wandering into.
And just to sort of follow up, the president put on his Truth Social platform, first of all, that the White House was told that Kimmel had been canceled, so he's not upset that he's back. And then he said, last time I went after them, they gave me, meaning ABC, $16 million. This sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. He's threatening to sue again. Is that the right approach?
I can't, again, I'm not going to speak for the president or the administration. He did win a big lawsuit. I think there is an expectation, again, when you operate on public airwaves, that there be certain standards of truth and facts that you operate around. And I think the reason there was a settlement there is because the courts found in the president's favor. And if he wants to pursue litigation, obviously that's his prerogative. But again, my view is when it comes to the FCC, when it comes to governing authorities and governmental power, it shouldn't be used in a coercive way when it comes to the First Amendment.
Folks are afraid to go to the grocery store, so I'll buy all of that in bulk.
Sam says each delivery costs $80 to $100.
What touches your heart the most? The fact that our society is feeding into this propaganda that it is criminals. What I'm seeing is that it's families. So usually I'll notify them on WhatsApp that I'm outside.
So this is the woman who received the groceries. She doesn't want us to use her real name. So you've been in your apartment for 2 weeks. Do you send your children to school?
No.
No.
No están yendo.
¿Por qué? Why don't
Por
you
miedo.
send them to school? Because of the fear.
Sí.
It is very emotional work. If we're not stepping up, nobody is feeding these families. It's heartbreaking. Okay, está bien.